Hello everyone. I'd like to say hello to you from here in Maui. I'm Aaron. This is going to be my new introduction video. I did what I thought was a really good one yesterday, but the words don't match up to my lips. So I get to practice again. I wanted to kind of talk to you about our purpose. You know, why are we here? What is our purpose in life? You know, I grew up, my parents were millionaires, and they taught me that our purpose in life was to make money and to have a nice house, and we had a tennis court and a swimming pool in the backyard, and, you know, nobody was happy. My father was very unfaithful to my mother. My mother was very angry. My father died alone. My mother died alone. They've been divorced for the last 30 years of their lives. So I got to see that route didn't work very well. Then my grandmother, who raised me more than half of my childhood, didn't have any money, had a little place in Kansas, and very poor. But I watched her, she was really happy. As difficult as things were, she was happy. And so, you know, I kind of was chuckling with a friend of mine the other day, and I told her, I'm going to name this video Happy, Happy, Happy. Because as I'm clearing my energy, and I claim it because it was mine, all the negative stuff that I had from past lives, and the negative stuff that I had from this life, bottled up inside of us. I've also come to see that that's what cancer is, or brain tumors, heart disease. I mean, you can say it's all, this is hereditary or that. Well, you know, what we're inheriting, or what's hereditary, is the negative energy that's being passed on to us, or that's coming from our ancestry or our past lives. And I've learned if we clear that energy, then our body heals. And that's what's happened with me. I'm the happiest. I'm 50 years old now. I feel in better shape and better condition in my body than I did when I was 19 or 20. And I'm definitely a lot smarter and wiser. I think that's pretty much easy for any of us to say as we've aged. But then again, I've seen people that they age, they don't become wiser. They become more angry, they become more foolish, they become bitter, and they just get lost in all that. So my purpose is to make these videos. My purpose is to write books. I've written, I think, 8 or 10 books, and I always lose count. I don't honestly remember. But they're all about compassion and the healing of the heart. And these are not things that I read in other people's books. It's things that comes out of my heart. You know, I found that I have a gift to help people to open up their hearts. I have a gift to shift people's energies, and I have a gift to help people to heal. My grandmother was a healer, and she was able to do the same things, but not quite as deep. I think, you know, it's kind of like she was my mentor, and I think we should always emulate to be as good as our mentors, and then our mentors want us to go beyond where they were at and what they do. And that's what I've been able to do with everything I've learned and the people that have imparted to me in my life, is to take it to a whole nother level. And I believe that has to do with the age and maturity of our soul. And right now, there's a lot of really dominant masculine energy in our world. And we need to very gently and tenderly and peacefully shift that to that truly divine feminine. And feminine energy is not hard in any way. Excuse me. And that's what's wrong, is we don't have really good examples of masculine energy, what it truly is, because I know growing up, I didn't want to be like any of the men that I saw, because they were all too hard and dominant and aggressive. And to me, that's not a real man. A real man has a soft and sensitive side and can be very tender. And you're kind of supposed to learn that from, I think, the women in your life, or your mother. Your grandmother's the one that, my grandmother's the one that showed me that soft, tender side, but yet she could be really, really hard. Rip a man up in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, each one of my uncles, to my knowledge, got laid out by my grandmother. I think maybe 1 or 2 got missed, but not very many, including my father. And I mean laid out, she punched him and knocked him down with her fist. She was the old school tough woman. And, you know, she straightened me out real quick when I grew and got oversized, you know. She just, she grew up in a tough world. And what's we need to change as the generations that are here now is we have to be strong. But I've learned that true strength comes from gentleness. It comes from being tender. It doesn't come from being hard. You know, the hardness doesn't do anything but destroy. And I think that's the greatest shift we need to make in the energy today, in our own hearts. And it starts one person at a time. It's like I said in the other healing video. It starts with me and it starts with you. We have to shift our energy. We have to change. And as we do that, then it affects everybody around us. I'm going to try to keep this one short. I always do, and then they end up being 8, 10, 12, 14 minutes. And it's just really hard to say what you want to express in your heart in just a few minutes. But that's why we do multiple videos, huh? The other thing I've learned is, hey, gotta lighten up, you know? We've got to find a sense of humor. And stop taking offense to things so easily, and stop being so judgmental of other people. So I don't try to make these videos perfect. I just try to be real, and I try to be me, because I've never been any good at wearing masks, and that's the other part of life that that will help us to shift and change. Is stop wearing masks. Just be yourself. And as I said in another one, don't be rude, don't be unkind, and don't be mean. That part of who we have been needs to go to the garbage pail. And we get rid of it, you know, and then light a little fire behind it or nail it in the coffin. But anyway, I want to stop here and just invite and encourage each of you to watch the rest of my videos. Look up. I put all of my books online for free, where you guys and ladies can download them and read them. To me, I need money to live like everybody else, but it's not about the money. It's about us helping each other to change and to shift and to heal. So with that, I'm going to sign off. And I'm going to say namaste and goodbye. Hope to hear from many of you and see you. And I look forward to as we all heal and our planet heals. Thank you. Bye-bye.